You ever feel like you're talking to a super smart encyclopedia that still somehow gets things completely wrong? Yeah, that's the paradox of modern AI. But what if AI could do more than just retrieve answers? What if it could actually reason its way to a solution? Well, that's the promise of a groundbreaking new technology we're diving into today, Agentic RAG. It's a really common experience, isn't it? You ask a super sophisticated AI a complex question, you're expecting this brilliant, insightful answer, and what you get back is, well, it's not so brilliant. It really makes you wonder, with all this incredible power, why do these models still stumble? You know, the heart of the issue is something we're calling the AI trust problem. First, these models can hallucinate. And I mean, they will confidently just invent facts out of thin air. Their knowledge base is often stuck in the past, maybe months or even years out of date. And they just fall apart when you give them a problem that requires multiple steps to solve. In the business world, these aren't just little quirks, they're critical failures. So to fix this, a technique called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG, came along. The idea was pretty simple. Give the AI a library card to an external knowledge base to keep it grounded in facts. But, as you can see here, traditional RAG is kind of like a research assistant who only reads the very first book they find. It's a single, static search, and that's just not going to cut it for the complex, fast-moving problems that businesses are dealing with every day. Okay, this is where the real breakthrough happens. Instead of just giving the AI a book to read, we're now giving it the autonomy to actually think for itself. And this is all made possible by something called an AI agent. Now, think of this less like a chatbot and more like a little digital employee. It's a system that can literally reason through a problem, create a plan of attack, and then use different tools like a web search or a database to get the job done, all on its own. So here's the magic formula. Agentic RAG takes these autonomous AI agents and combines them with that original RAG framework. And the result? You get an AI that doesn't just retrieve information. It actively and intelligently goes out and seeks information until it has actually solved the problem. So how does this actually work? Let's pop the hood and take a look inside the agent's mind to see this process in action. Now, what's so cool about this slide is this analogy from IBM. A traditional RAG system, it's like an employee who does exactly what you tell them. No more, no less. But an agentic RAG system, that's like having a whole proactive team. They take initiative, they use multiple tools, and they adapt their strategy as they go to solve really complex challenges. This right here is the engine of agentic RAG. It's called the agentic loop. This isn't just a straight line from A to B, it's a cycle of constant improvement. First, the agent decomposes a big, messy query into smaller, bite-sized questions. Then, it retrieves some initial info using the best tools for the job. Now, here's the crucial part. It evaluates what it found. It asks itself, is this good enough? Is it accurate? If the answer is no, it refines its approach and repeats the loop, digging deeper and deeper until the job is done. That ability to self-correct is the real game changer. Now, to pull all this off, the agent comes equipped with a pretty sweet toolkit. It has a planner to break down the goal, access to all sorts of tools and APIs, a dynamic retriever that can pull in data from multiple places, and a memory system so it can learn from what it's already done. It's a fully equipped digital problem solver. But look, this isn't just some theory cooked up in a lab. This is a revolution that is happening in the real world right now. Let's look at how agentic RAG is already making a huge impact. I mean, major companies are already putting these systems to work at scale. You've got Morgan Stanley using AI agents for financial research, PwC automating super complex tax tasks, and ServiceNow using them to manage IT services. This tech is already being trusted with mission-critical work. And the results are, well, they're staggering. Just look at this example from McKinsey. A large bank used agent-led teams to upgrade its old technology and cut the time and effort it took by over 50%. That is a massive, massive gain in efficiency. And it's the same story in customer support. By totally redesigning the process around what these agents can do, companies are reducing the time it takes to solve a customer's issue by up to 90%. This isn't just a tweak, it's a complete transformation of how that work gets done. All of this real-world impact is driving some serious economic momentum. The market for RAG technology is projected to hit nearly $10 billion by 2030, and it's all being fueled by the demand for these autonomous systems. And get this, the adoption rate is just incredible. By the end of 2026, it's predicted that 40% of all enterprise applications will have AI agents built right in. This isn't some far-off future trend. It's literally happening as we speak. So what does this all mean for the future? Where are we headed? Well, we are witnessing a fundamental shift in what AI is and what it can actually do for us. I think this quote from X-Hube Labs just says it all. AI is moving from reactive responses to deliberate problem solving. That's a huge change in the role AI is going to play in our work and in our lives. And the innovation isn't stopping. The next big thing is called context engineering. Okay, so imagine the AI's attention span, its context window, as this really valuable but limited resource. Context engineering is basically the science of carefully choosing the perfect information to feed into that window, making sure the AI has exactly what it needs to perform at its absolute best. It's all about quality over quantity, precision over just brute force. Which leaves us with this final, really important question. We are moving from a world where AI is a simple assistant to one where it's an autonomous partner. And it just makes you wonder, with this new level of collaboration, what incredible problems are we finally going to be able to solve together? This is for entertainment purposes only.